Came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
With a beautiful view of the mountains, you know we are coming to you live from the hills. Here we are at Pallekele, bringing you live action of the first game of the Trinity Tour of 2022, where they take on Sri Sumangala College. Beautiful pictures brought to you from Trinity College Rugby grounds here in Pallekele. Incredible stadium, incredible facility here for the Trinitians. And this is why we are here. Trinity taking on Sri Sumangala College. It's ushering 15th Schools Rugby back to Sri Lanka. Ushering 15th Rugby back to Sri Lanka rather. And it's an absolutely incredible opportunity for these young men to be able to play some rugby in 2022, despite having missed out on playing the entire season in 2021. This will be some consolations for some of them. This will be the last opportunity that they get to represent the school that they played rugby for so many years. And the weather forecast today, maximum temperature looking at 31, but currently it's around 26, 27. Feels like 26, 27 because there's a nice cool breeze going across the grounds. And joining me in the comm box is a young gentleman from Trinity College, from first 15 player, boxing lion, undefeated junior national champion for 3 consecutive years. And Ryan, you've been in this ground. This is your home, and but I think it's a very unique view that you have today at the comm box. From I'm sure you haven't seen the ground from this view here.
Hi Sudarshan, and hi to all our viewers joining us live on the Papare.com. Yes, indeed, I've never seen this beautiful ground from the comm box before, and it's absolutely incredible. Surrounded by so much green, it's just luscious and beautiful. And absolutely amazing that we have Schools Rugby action back after a hiatus of so long. The players are so hyped and ready to go.
Yes, absolutely. I think the last time we had any Schools Rugby action was in 2020 March, just before the global pandemic affected Sri Lanka, with Sri Lanka going into the initial lockdown. And these young men who had trained and were prime in wanted to play some rugby were only 2 weeks into the schools league, and they had to just go back home despite being raring to go. And it's absolutely brilliant that they're at least getting an opportunity now. 2021 was similar. We couldn't have any schools rugby. Only during the month of December did we have Dialogue Schools Rugby Sevens returning Schools Rugby to Sri Lanka. So it's incredible that we can bring you these 2 games. So what we'll do now is we'll quickly take a look at the team cards and how the teams will fare up. First up, it will be Sumangala, who are the visitors. And Ryan, for Sumangala, this is the team. Banuka Imesh, Piyumika Teshan, Vishwa Shehan, Tarusha Samudit, Sadit Tarusha, Chamudit Tilakaratna, and Krishan Aditya, Ishan Srinath, and their skipper Manusha Kavinda, who you have to keep an eye out on. Sadipa Dasun, Sahan Dharmasiri, Isuru Chanika, Sandeepa Lakshan, Kavindu Rashmika, and Mohammad Arfat, another standout player for Sumangala College. And we'll take a look at the Trinity team as well. The Trinitians were impressive in the sevens. Loshika Vijay Kondulara Lavategama Kavish Edama Jayagita Basnayaka Bhavantu Dharmapala was brilliant in the sevens team. Ruvishan Pananwala Shamendra Disanayaka Tidas Tantrige, the skipper for today. Shavin Premaratna will have a lot of responsibility in his hands, replacing the normal skipper for Trinity College. Imududuram Watta playing in the number 10 jersey. Trevin Karnaratna and Harsha Samar Singh making up the centres. Minudu Jayasundara, Shahan Siri Soma and Ravindu Vikramasinghe, the speedsters, the three at the back, will look to do some damage. This is going to be a very, very exciting contest here, Ryan, especially given the fact that Trinity are coming off that victory in the sevens, and also Sumangala College did have a terrific sevens tournament as well.
Sumangala with an amazing opportunity to play an A division team like Trinity, and Trinity looking to keep their unbeaten run intact, keep it blemish free. Where moments still kick off right now. You can see the excitement in the players. They're ready to go.
Raring to go. This is what it all comes down to. Every time you go your college colours, you're going to try and give it your all with the kickoff into the 22 meters, cleanly collected by Ishan Srinath, who tucks the ball in. Referee straight away playing advantage in favour of Sumangala College as they look to take the exit route. First penalty to Sumangala, not rolling away, is the offence by the Trinitians. Early chance to get out of jail.
Trinity a bit rushed there. They need to keep their composure.
Sumangala College not managing to make the maximum of that penalty as the big Dharmasiri takes the ball in, but Sumangala trying to poach that ball. Again, Trinity penalised, not supporting your body weight in that truck. And Sumangala are looking very confident around the breakdowns, Ryan, and that's going to give them a lot of confidence.
Sumangala slowly inching their way towards the Trinity 22. They're being patient in their attack, pouncing on that loose ball.
Well, with the intervention of maybe there was a little bit of confusion in the middle, but it's all cleared now. Sumangala with a second opportunity to try and put the ball to touch and makes no mistakes into the red zone of Trinity College.
Trinity College deep in their danger zone. They need to stay composed, hold on and see what happens.
Vyomika Tekashan, the hooker. It's going to be his first line out, so need to try and hit the mark, try and get your number 2 up. Don't try anything fancy because it's the first opportunity. Does that beautifully. A rushed offload, but still coming Sumangala way. Referee playing advantage as well. Here's Manusha Kavin, the skipper. Big man going in. Sumangala College is showing some real intent here. Show and go, but Trinity defense equal to the task. Bhavantu Dharmapala with a big chop tackle there. Sumangala though still with possession, but will get the penalty as well. This one is going to be interesting. What are they going to do? Are they going to go for points? Because it's very early in the game and you're with a brilliant opportunity to try and convert this. But Trinitians, on the other hand, we really need to make sure that they maintain their discipline in the breakdowns, Ryan.
Sumangala with their first opportunity at getting points on the board as they opt for that penalty kick. Trinity need to stay composed.
Here's Mohammad Arfat, the number 15 that we told you all about. Keep an eye on him because he has a massive boot under him and will be looking to do some damage. Well, Not successful as it goes astray. Had plenty of distance on it, but the direction was the problem.
Indeed, Sudarshana. He has a massive boot on him. We'll have plenty more chances to see his boot in action.
A little bit of nerves as well. You're playing 15s rugby after 2020, and here's the restart from Trinity. Kavinda equal to the task. Here's Arfat again, trying to create something, but good rush defense coming in from the Trinitians. There was no problem with the line. Aditya tucking the ball in for Sumangala College. Crashing is Vishwa Shehan, but a bigger crash from the Trinity defense. Short ball spilled forward, and Trinity pounds on that. Quick ball available for Trinity. Here's the first 5 times to Durangwat. Still making the ball available and finding runners from either side of his shoulders. Here's the big man, Vijay Kohn. Trinity need to make that ball available. It's their responsibility. Goes to the short side. Here's Tevin Karunaratne. Continues from where he left off in the centre. Province 7, sibling, twin brother of the skipper, Tehan, who's not playing today, but brilliant try from Trinity.
Absolutely brilliant. This is what Trinity is capable of. This was their first attacking opportunity, and straight away Trinity pounced on that chance and scored off the left.
Let's try and take another look at what happened after the conversion, but Trinitians straight away making sure that they get points as soon as they have any forward momentum. Sumangala, on the other hand, looked very strong in the opening exchanges, Ryan, especially given the fact that they came ever so close to getting the first points as well. Conversion not successful for Trinity, so the score will remain at 5-0. Responsibility goes to the short side. Here's a
brilliant handoff. Shrugs off the second defender.
Tevin Karunaratne.
Try. Beautiful stuff by Trinity College.
Tevin Karunaratne, the first try scorer for Trinity as Sumangala restarts. Here's Bhavanta Dharmapala taking the ball to the ground for Trinity. Plenty of options available. Tantirige, the next big man, taking the ball in. Shavin Premaratna off to the centres. Trinity with advantage. Try scorer Karunaratne. It's difficult to bring him down, but referee penalises Sumangala for a high tackle.
Trinity is capable of such great attack. It's just about keeping that continuity, keeping ball in hand, and we can expect some magic from Trinity. Sumangala, on the other hand, they need to stay composed on their defense.
Durambata with the touch, and Trinity, not a great touch, but Trinity will like to have some composure. This is their first line out. The first try was scored through a broken play.
Trinity have a very strong backline. It'll be interesting to see what option they use. Goes to number 2. Clean ball out.
Durambata gives it out to Harsha Samar Singha, and his pass is deemed forward. Beg your pardon, that was a Minidu Jayasundara. This is why you don't get wingers to pass.
Execution just there, just not there, Sudarshana.
Yes, Trinity is struggling with the small things, maybe the nerves, but Sumangala, it's important that they try and pounce on this. Young Premaratna trying to get in the ear of Manusha Kavindas, the Sumangala skipper. Sumangala with a brilliant opportunity. Very interesting place to have a scrum. You have plenty of options available, and a good shove coming in from Trinity. Here's Sumangala looking to go on the outside. The skipper keeping the ball alive, but have been coughed up cheaply. Here's the big man for Trinity, Sri Soma. Not releasing the ball is the call from the referee. So Sumangala with a golden opportunity. They need to try and make sure that they get touch and they get their line out correct here.
Sumangala going in for Trinity, going into Trinity territory, inching ever so close to that try line. Let's see if Sumangala can convert this into points.
It's very important to have composure and try and make sure that you do your basics. Everything that you do at training, try and replicate it here. The nerves would have settled in because we are just over 5 minutes into the game. Messy line out, but ball still available for Sumangala.
Good double tackle there by Trinity.
Here's the counter, Tantrige. The big number 8 taking the ball forward, and Trinity penalized for holding on to the ball. He was isolated, needed a support player to try and secure that ball, which didn't happen. Trinity, I think, are still a little struggling to get around the fact that the breakdowns are very important in 15s rugby. You need to make sure that you secure that breakdown before trying to run it.
Trinity definitely a little bit rattled. They need to get their timing on point. It's definitely the nerves, Sudarshana. I think coming after so long in their first game, I think they're very emotional and very unsteady. So once they get going, I think it'll be all good.
Here's another opportunity for Arfat to get some points. This one is even further. Close to 38 meters with the angle, and he strikes it clean. Again, the direction is not there despite him having the distance.
Just off the left upright there, unfortunate.
Quick restart by Trinity, and good intent in chasing as well. The ball was lost forward by Sumangala, so Trinity will want to try and make use of this opportunity. It's very good to see Trinity putting that kick up, and there was runners with intent for that ball run. There is no point in taking a quick restart if you are not going to chase that down.
Exactly. Trinity on the charge, they need forward momentum, and that's exactly what they did. Unfortunately, there was an error in the end, but Trinity still retained possession. Scrum of the game. Let's see what happens.
Like we mentioned, Trinity College celebrating 150 years this year. The celebrations will kick-start on the 17th with a service at the Trinity College Chapel. And it's brilliant to see these young boys getting an opportunity to wear the school colours. And currently, Sumangala are becoming a real menace around the breakdowns. They're putting pressure. Trinity is not getting clean ball out of the rucks. They're rushed in the rucks. They need to try and slow things down, Trinity, who haven't been able to breach that 50-meter mark, halfway mark, for a while now. Alfred was there to rescue, and here's the counter from Sumangala. Man on the outside. Here's Arfat, one man to beat. Has support. And here's Sumangala striking back. Touches down. That's going to be the first try. Came out on nothing. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
What a brilliant try by Sumangala. That was incredible to watch. The offloads.
We do apologize that beautiful running line and makes it available for the man running down. I believe that's the number 8 for Sumangala. Incredible try. What a counter. And
Amazing Sudarshana. And unselfishly passed the ball to the man in space. He knew that there was no defender behind him. Brilliant stuff from Sri Sumangala. Great attacking rugby. Kick to come. And the try is converted.
Sumangala College takes the lead here at Pallekele. Incredible pictures. Mohammad Arfat adds the extras for Sumangala, the man on your screen. Failed twice to convert to penalties, but redeems himself with that conversion, and also that brilliant run which started things off. Saw that there was an overlap up, put his foot to the pedal, and made a brilliant decision to give the ball out as well. Now Trinity is under the pump. They wouldn't take this lightly that they are the team trailing here.
Sumangala slowly but surely settling into the game. They're staying composed in their attack, spotting out those Trinity weaknesses. As we restart the game. Good high hanging kick.
Kavinda collects it and gives it out to Arfat. Collection from Trinity is a little rattled, and that is shown at the way it's affected their confidence. Ryan, Trinity need to take a moment and to try and shake it off.
Sumangala would have very fast back line. It'll be interesting to see them being used. They're formed very deep, Sudarshana.
Yes, they have a lot of belief. And here's the skipper. Kavinda putting the ball in. Trinity with a big shove. And pressure coming in, but there was an early charge by the young scrummer from Trinity. Trinity may have had early dominance in that scrum, but it was Sumangala who was coming away with the penalty. Ishan Srinath was the earlier try scorer, the number 8 for Trinity College, Sumangala College rather, as Sumangala puts the ball into touch. If you're joining us now, warm welcome to the Pallekele Rugby Stadium, and joining the game on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.papare.com. It's an incredible opportunity for all of us to bring 15th rugby back to Sri Lanka as Trinity take on Sumangala in the first game of a series of 3 games that Trinity will be playing this year. This game, of course, will be followed by Dharmaraj encounter played at Pallekele on the 26th of this month, and the big game against St. Thomas's for the Kananaris Disarium Trophy. A traditional encounter for Trinity as they manage to poach that line out. Trinity will be looking to redeem themselves, trying to run it from their own half. Ball available. Dodangwatta gives the inside ball to the big number 3 from Trinity, Kavi Shedama, who manages to earn the penalty. Trinity need to try and hold on to position, and Dodangwatta's touch kicking hasn't been too impressive as he manages to bring his team to the halfway mark.
Yes, Trinity still quite a bit rattled. Their line-up's been pretty solid so far. Going under number 4 line-out.
Well, I think Trinity were very lucky to get away that time. That surely did not look straight. The jumper did lean across to the Trinity side to get that ball, but nevertheless, Trinity with possession, looking to try and accelerate, but has been turned over. Sumangala has been absolutely incredible around the breakdowns, and they continue to do so. Kavind put ball to boot, but it's safely collected by the sweeper from Trinity. Now looking to counter with Loshiko Vijekon. Taking the ball to the ground. Dodamwata gives it.
Good defense there by Sumangala, rushing up, closing out that space.
Tantirige manages to bring the ball down for Trinity. Here's Salavattegama. Now Dodangwata gives it to Edama. Dodangwata. Samarasinghe. Trinity have been passing the ball around, but in the same space though. Spills the ball out, and that's going to be a loss forward. Advantage played, and here's Sumangala College touching down for their second try. Poacher's try for Sumangala out of nothing, and they're making this one very, very interesting. They are here to play as Sumangala score the second try and extend their lead 12 points to 5 with the conversion to come.
Sumangala's defense has been top-notch. They drove Trinity back with every tackle, piled on that pressure on the corner, turned over the ball, and then made sure they scored in the end. Amazing stuff from Sumangala. This will Trinity. Outruns the Trinity wingers to score on that right flank.
Too much space there. Looked at the ball, was available, post on it. Sumangala reverse anyways on lost forward advantage as Arfat tries to put in the extras. That's a good kick.
Beautiful.
That's a beauty from Arfat.
Flat and accurate. What an amazing kick that was.
Incredible stuff. Puts the cherry on top on that brilliant poacher's try as Sumangala College goes into 14 points.
And showing incredible composure as well.
Take a look at this kick, and the few Sumangala supporters here at Pallekele are getting very vocal here. They're backing their team. And if the Sumangalians can believe in themselves, they can try and make a massive upset here at Pallekele as they try to get away from the red zone. Puts the ball to boot. Trinity on the other hand, Ryan, they need to try and get their composure. They need to settle down. Skipper needs to take a moment and tell the boys, listen, we're better than this. We need to try and control the ball and possession.
Yeah, Trinity's all over the place right now. I think what they need is just to slow things down, stick to their game plan, stick to their roots, and not make decisions under pressure. Or bad decisions, rather.
Here's Salavattegama to number 6. Good throw, good line out as Edama takes the ball down. Caught in the corner. The Trinity forward as Dharmapala. Too strong for the defender. Back of the hand passes from Trinity. They're trying to be a little too expansive, but gets advantage. Here's Salavattegama, the Trinity hooker, taking the ball down.
Trinity inside the opposition 22.
Halfback to Dodangwata. Gives it out to Sri Soma. Makes the ball available but falls into the hand of a Sumangala player. The double blues are really making a case for themselves here. But error in judgment there. Kicking the ball out in full, but the referee deems that it did hit a Trinity hand going out, and Sumangala will hold on to position.
Trinity, quite unfortunate. They came into the opposition 22 after so long, yet they couldn't convert it into points. Sumangala, on the other hand, their defense has been amazing. They've been rushing up and closing the space, preventing Trinity from making any sort of forward movement.
Absolutely, Ryan. 20 minutes, over 25 minutes have gone in this first half, and Trinity now trailing 5 points to 14. Sumangala College have been absolutely amazing. This time around, nobody claims it as it falls onto the hand of Trinity forward. Here's the big man breaking through the first tackle, makes the ball available for Trinity. Dodangwatta now gives it to Karnanayaka. Big tackle coming in. This is what we've been speaking about. Sumangala have been incredible in their defensive work. They come up fast and they close out all the spaces. Incredible work from Sumangala.
I think that was a high shot on the Trinity player, Sudarshana. We wait confirmation from the touch judge.
Yes, I think the height is being discussed by the referees, and by the looks of it, hopefully it's going to be here's what happened. Marginal, and if at all it should only be a penalty, and it is. Kudos to the referee. They've spotted a high tackle. I think that was a reckless challenge, as Trinitians seem to have overcooked this touch. Arfred kicks the ball back to the Trinity fullback, who's looking to counter. Plenty of options on the outside. Harsha Karnanayaka to the winger, makes the ball available for Trinity. Quick ball available, options on the open side. Here's the big prop forward, Vijay Kohn, tucking the ball inside the 22 meters. Vikramasinghe, options for Trinity as Dodangwatta loses his footing. Now Samar Singh to Vijay Kohn.
Trinity inching their way forward.
Hands
this is where they need to
rock.
say.
Referee penalizes Trinity though. Interesting there, as Sadita Tarusha from Sumangala comes away with that ball.
Once again, Trinity failing to convert any sort of points once in the opposition 22.
Trinity need to try and make sure that they secure their breakdowns. That has been the problem from start of the game. Ryan, maybe involve one more player. Have to slightly adjust their plan accordingly, because currently it seems like, take a look at the breakdown. If we can take a look at that again after this line out, it'll be for very interesting viewing. Sumangala College in the lead, controlling things now. They've been the far superior side in defense, and it's the man at number 4. Quick ball available. Oh,
Great
brilliant.
line.
Lovely running, Ryan. One man
1v1.
to beat. Show and go support arrives. Very unfortunate for Sumangala College, because Trinitians had absolutely no answer. Isuru Chanaka, absolutely brilliant run from him. Unfortunately, the oncoming player could not hold on to the possession, as Vikramasinghe tries to rescue it for Trinity College. Here's Salawat Tegama. The Trinity hooker has been busy. Dodangwatta puts the ball up high. Arfat is safe as houses underneath it. Now Ihsan. Arfat again. Kanna Naika. Arfat tries to run around. Ball in the 22 as Wickramasinghe thinks about the kicking option. Off to Sirisoma. Here's Sirisoma. Big winger. Still on his feet. Trinity have had trouble in penetrating this Sumangala defense as Tantirige makes a big charge through the middle.
Brilliant turnover there by Sumangala. What a great defensive effort. Sumangala have stopped Trinity in their tracks, Sudarshana.
Time and time again. It's the ball protection that has been Trinity's foe this entire half. And also, I think Trinity will fancy a couple of players to try and straighten things down in the middle, because they are sending the ball from one corner to the other, not gaining ground, Ryan, and that's not ideal in this game of rugby.
There's no gain line runner, Sudarshana, absolutely correct. There needs to be someone to make an impact run, get those defenders in and then work the ball out. Phase play is what Trinity should be focusing on at the moment.
Well, nice and ambitious from Sumangala College. They are going for points, and that's the way to go. They are here to play. They are here to win this one. They are here to beat Trinity at their home grounds, and they will stop at nothing, and they will take all their chances as Arfat readies the tee for this penalty. Approximately 40 meters with the angle. As we've seen earlier, distance is definitely not a problem for this young man. After that corner flag conversion earlier, I think his confidence is also quite high. Strikes it well. And Arfat this time, well, seems to have missed it yet again.
Just off the left upright, Sudarshana. Had the distance, but unfortunately just off.
Dodambatta with the restart as he puts the ball into a space where no one's available from Sumangala College, as Srinath comes to the rescue. New man in for Sumangala. Now Sumangala College, he is the danger man. Chanaka, Isuru Chanaka had a brilliant run despite not being able to score there. Sandeep Dasun decides that they need to get out of their own half as Wickramasinghe takes the ball forward for Trinity College. Isolated. Here's Premaratna. Off to the big Vijay Kohn. Vijay Kohn still going. Incredible run from the big forward Kanaratna. Quick hands from Samar Singh, but Menithu Jayasundara could not collect that ball properly, and he's kicking himself for that.
And you can see the exhaustion in the players. Quite unfortunate. Hands on heads. Unfortunate stuff, but what an amazing run there by the prop forward. Took 5 people to bring him down. Trinity at the moment 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Coverage partner for the Papare.com, covering the Trinity tour. I Love Trinity, the concept store. You can buy Trinity College branded merchandise by visiting www.ilovetrinity.lk, and they have some special stuff for Trinity 150 celebrations planned as well, so be very interesting to see what they've come up with. I Love Trinity, the concept store, who are partnering with the to bring this action to you. This is what happened a while earlier. What a brilliant run from the prop.
2 fend-offs, 1 big hit, and then great placement of the ball. Unfortunately, Bad pass, went behind, had no chance.
Sumangala maybe could have given that ball out slightly earlier. Jayasundar is not a very tall lad either. It's difficult for him to try and get to that ball, but the forwards need to try and make a statement here. The Trinity forwards, they've been committed. They've looked to out-shove the Sumangala boys, but what they need to do here is to try and get into a rhythm, Ryan, and make sure all 8 get the dynamics right and put pressure on the Sumangala forwards who managed to... Sumangala, on the other hand, have managed to try and earn a penalty every time they've scrummed down. Here's the experienced man for Sumangala, the skipper. This time was under pressure by the Trinity halfback. Plenty of pressure coming from the Trinity defenders, but that time I think referee will penalize the Trinitians for being high. Slightly unlucky as Sadeepa Dasun, the first 5/8 for Sumangala, lost his footing. But it's the responsibility of the defenders, as per rugby rules, to make sure that you go in safe. That was accidental, which is why no cards are dished out. And I really hope and pray that no cards are dished out in these encounters, because those 10 minutes are 10 minutes these boys are not getting back in their life to represent their colleges.
Sumangala with the line out. This has been their only downfall so far. They've had a messy line out. So it'll be interesting to see how Sumangala handle this task first. But with just under a minute to go, Sumangala want to hold on to that ball and just clear it out, go into the sheds, leading Trinity at halftime in their home ground, Sudarshana.
Well, that would be the sensible thing to do, but the mood Sumangala is in, I won't be surprised if they want to run it from here. Ryan, they'll want to try and hit Trinity as much as they can and draw out as many points as they can. Yes, again, not successful with the throw Sumangala, as Trinity managed to poach on to that ball. Massive pressure coming in from Sumangala, but a break on the short side. Tantirige, big hit as he makes the ball available. But the referee, well, very interesting there. Sumangala managing to get the penalty. Let's try and take a look at what happened. The skipper Tantirige saying that the tackler never released the from the halfback, makes the ball available to Tantirige. Tantirige, big hit. There you go. The tackler, I believe, did not release the man, give enough time for Tantirige to release the ball. But nevertheless, we come back to the same exact spot where it all started, as Sumangala missed out on an opportunity to try and hold on to possession. They've had a messy line out throughout the game, Ryan. That's one area they will have to focus on.
And we have another one right ahead of us. Sumangala with the line out. Yet again, Trinity turnover.
Dodamwatta gives it out to Karnataka's Harsha Samarsingh to Sri Soma, the big winger for Trinity. Now in goes Tharusha. Dodamwatta to Alawategama. Now on the outside is the skipper, and this time he will not be denied. Tantirige, Tidas Tantirige, number 8 for Trinity. Trinity striking back just before half-time, get some respectability to their scoreline, Ryan.
Trinity definitely needed that, Sudarshana. Going into half-time, they needed something to push them forward. Great try from the skipper. conversion to come. Strikes it swiftly and...
Well, not successful yet again. Trinity 10 points to 14, still 4 points behind Sumangala. And we are bringing you live action from the Pallekele grounds. The first of 3 games Trinity College are playing this year for the class of 2021. Incredible initiative, Ryan, to let these boys have some opportunity at representing the college. And here's Tantrige, who straightened out. Good run from the stand-in skipper. As I was saying, incredible opportunity for these young lads to get some game time in the college jersey, despite missing out on an entire season, because this is what you dream of doing every time you turned out for college.
Indeed, Sudarshan, to don that first 15 jersey, it's absolute privilege and an honor. So for these players,
Dodanwata with the clearance as Sumangala get another. Well, I am sure that was accidental.
Sumangala with a line out. This could possibly be the final play of this half. Let's see if Sumangala can win their first line out of the day.
Well, it's full time on our clock, but it's the referee's clock that matters. As Trinity managed to bundle the Sumangala ball carrier into touch.
Trinity with the line out opportunity to maybe try and get at least some more points on the board. Scrappy play. Great effort by the number 9. Pick and go for Trinity as more numbers arrive. Cuts back inside. Advantage for Trinity. Great offload. That was a high shot there, Sudarshana. But Trinity still with possession. I think that's going to be a card for Sudarshana for that high shot on the number 12. Yes, it is.
Well, this is not what Sumangala or us wanted. It was a very, very keenly contested affair, and yellow card is something that Sumangala could have really done without. As we close into the half time, Trinity will be looking to try and get the lead here, and this possession is going to be extremely important.
Trinity with a golden opportunity. Let's see if they can capitalize on this opportunity.
Alawategama with the responsibility of hitting his mark, and Trinity, I think, ideally should try and set out a maul here, because remember, Sumangala without their prop Banuka Imesh
And
goes
that's
to number
exactly
6.
what they do, Sudarshana.
Try to do that. Was
Nice
a little
steady
messy
maul,
initially.
keeps
Yes.
going.
Yes, Alawategama at the back. Trinity driving forward. ideally, the maul has finished now because he doesn't have his shoulder at the back. Alawat Tegama breaks and is isolated and coughs up possession. Not ideal for Trinity. As referee finally decides that it's time they go into the shed. 10 points to 14 is how it will finish. So far this first half, Ryan, Trinity have been wasteful, whereas Sumangala have been absolutely impressive, trying and manipulating every opportunity that they get into points.
Yes, that's right, Sudarshan. Trinity with a whole bunch of mistakes, but hopefully they can turn that around. While on the other hand, Sumangala have showed some incredible heart. Their defense has been on point, driving the Trinitians back with every effort. Great stuff from Sumangala.
Brilliant stuff indeed from Sumangala as we go into the half time. Take a look at what kickoff is Trinity. And Sumangala, who got the first points, got the first attempt at the points, although Arfat was not successful with his first kick, but
this was the first real attacking opportunity for Trinity, and the number 12 capitalized on that with some individual brilliance and scored that try.
Arfat's second attempt at 3 points was again astray, but he redeemed himself.
Space as he goes down on the post for Sumangala's try.
That was the number 8 for Sumangala College, and Arfat managing to convert that as well. And this was a brilliant poacher's try. That was the number 12 for Sumangala College. And Arfat with a brilliant conversion, a nice flat kick, converting Isru Chanaka's try, and then Tidastantarige got some respectability to the Trinity score just before half time. And the half time confirmation, 10 points to 14. Yeah, and we'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back we'll have the second half action of Trinity College taking on Sumangala in their tour of 2022.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
රෙඩි ඔලිබරපු යාල්පානතිල්ල
මාතර කොටවිල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධාස
ඇඩ්මෝරටුව පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය
කිලක්කු මාහල
Sugadadasa Indoor Stadium
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
කුරුණෑගල සිටි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නෝරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල්ල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධදාස
at මොරටුව
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝ ස්ටේඩියම්
is the Fox Hill Supercross.
තුරුණෑගල සිටි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
நேரடி ஒளிபரப்பு யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில்
මාතර කොටවිල්ල ගම්පියසට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සිද්ධදාස
at මොරටුව
පියගම මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩාංගණය.
கிழக்கு மாகாணம்
සුගතදාස ඉන්ඩෝ ස්ටේඩියම්
Is the Fox Hill Supercross.
තුරුණෑගල සිටි ඇතුගල් පුරවරය
Papare.com අපි අද ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ නූරෙලිය ප්‍රදේශයේ.
ෆයිනල් ෂෝඩවුන් කැන්ඩි ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්ලබ්
පොළොන්නරුව ජාතික සංකීර්ණයේ සිට
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
To you from Pallekele Stadium here in the hill capital as Sumangala College take on Trinity at their home grounds. Trinity College here are reeling because they are behind Sumangala 10 points to 14. Sumangala have been absolutely brilliant in the first exchanges, and joining me in the comm box is Ryan Veerakone, former Trinity first 15 centre and also a boxing lion. Ryan, we've been treated to an incredible game of rugby here, ushering back 15th rugby to Sri Lanka after a massive hiatus of over 2 years. Good strong collection by Trinity, standing strong in the tackle. Here's the halfback giving it out. Trinity need to try and get that extra man into the breakdowns. Dorangwatta puts the ball to boot. Good high hanging kick. And here's the speedster, Sri Sumangala on Arfat's case, and seems like he's stepped in touch.
That was a wonderful kick, Sudarshana, and great chase. The Sumangala fullback just tripping on the touchline. Trinity to throw in with Agalawatha.
Now Trinity, they will want to make sure that they try and get first points in this second half, which will give them a lot of confidence. Ball out to number 4, setting it up, rolling it around, and that's Agalawatha who's penalised.
Quick tap there taken by Sumangala. Caught the Trinity snapping. Oh, unfortunate. But not 10 meters, says the referee.
But well, interesting there, because there was no intent by any of the Trinity players who hadn't received 10 meters to interfere with the ball. We clearly saw 2 people with their hands up. Here's the kick to touch by Sumangala. The Trinitians will kick themselves because this has been the case throughout this game. They've gotten into very good positions but haven't been able to capitalize and make them points.
And it's the same story the other way, Sudarshana. Sumangala have always moved into their Trinity territory but failed to capitalize on that line out. But saying so, this time they turn it around. Sumangala with the ball. Good line by the fly half.
Sadeep Dasun goes in. Now the forwards will have to do some work around this breakdown until the fly half gets back onto his feet and arranges the backs. But this time they go to Arfat, who kicks the ball into the 22 meters to his opposite number, Wickramasinghe. Ravindra Wickramasinghe replies with his own kick, which finds touch. Good territorial advantage for Trinity.
The drop kick attempt by the fullback unfortunately clipped a Trinity hand. We know he has distance and he's capable of those sorts of things, Sudarshana.
That unpredictability really takes a toll on you, isn't it? Trinitians will not know whether to charge down overweight. Their charges from Sumangala. Here's another ball in. Pressure from Trinity, but Sumangala coming away with it. Here's Dasun to Ishan, the big man who was impressive in the first half. Scored a try as well. Here's Dasun again. To the center, but that surely was a forward pass. Interesting line run there by Sadeep Alakshan, but Dasun with a slight miscalculation.
These Sumangala centers are running amazing angles. They're catching the Trinity defense napping. Unfortunately, that was a forward pass there. Trinity, scrum in the middle, could use both sides.
Sumangala having to take their winger into the scrum with the prop forward in the naughty chair, as Trinity managed to turn over possession. Here's Tantirige looking to go through the first tackler, does that, still pumping his legs, makes the ball available. Trinity looking for options, goes to the short side. Karnanayaka to Jayasundara. Jayasundara cocks back inside.
Great
and
offload.
offloads. Brilliant try as Edema touches down. Incredible stuff from Jayasundara that time. Had the good sense to cut back inside, look for support, and Edema doing the hard yards. That prop, this young man is going to tell his grandkids about that try, Ryan.
Great stuff for the prop forward there. He ran that support line and then it paid off in the end. Trinity to add the extra points.
Dodamwatta with an opportunity. Trinity getting into the lead again. 15 points to 14 with the conversion to come. Dodamwatta's conversion is beautiful. Curves back in, and that will give him a lot of confidence. Tamidu Dodamwatta adding in the extras as Trinity take the lead, 17 points to 14.
Trinity College coming into the second half much better. Great step back inside and another one. Great offload for the prop forward as he dives over for his try. Trinity is coming to the second half with some urgency to Darshana.
Well, absolutely. And also they are making use of that one-man advantage, numerical advantage that they have over Sumangala. Sumangala will need to work a little more hard to cover up the missing man. Great stuff there by the Trinity flanker, big man. Here's Dharmapal to Dodamwatta, gives it to Karnanayaka. Good straightening run. Trinity with options on the open side. Edema gives it out, and here's Jayasundara. He's isolated, needs support. Arrives in the form of his halfback as Edema takes the ball in. That will be a penalty. Didn't release the ball in that rock. Shamindra Disanayaka has been impressive for Trinity, hasn't he? The flanker, he's been around the park as well. Well, seems like it was overcooked, but just saved by the bell. It'll be a couple more minutes before Sumangala is restored to their original number. Trinity having made a change. Kavi Shamarasekara has come in for Loshika Vijayakon in the front row. So Trinity trying to put pressure on that depleted front row of Sumangala. Goes to number 6. Overcooked throw as Sumangala look to attack from their red zone. Looking for options. New man in, spills the ball forward. Opportunity for Trinity. Sri Soma. Now to Durambatta. Gives it to Dharmapala. Tucks the ball in and makes it available, and that's going to be a penalty. Not rolling away, says the referee, but I think what he was looking at was not releasing the man. As Durangwatta opts to put the ball to boot again and go for touch.
Trinity piling on that pressure one by one.
But kudos to Sumangala College. Really, they have given a solid fight here, and this is a game they are definitely going to remember. And some of those boys wouldn't have had a chance to represent Sumangala if not for this game, and they will definitely relish this game. And they are very fortunate that this was the game that they turned out, because they are playing against a quality A division opponent.
No doubt, Sudarshana, and they're putting up an amazing fight against them. They're giving a real run for their money.
Here's Agalavatta with the throw. Yet again opting to go to number 6, and this time successful, as the ball is made available for Agalavatta at the back. Need to make sure that he keeps himself bound, and he will get his name onto the scoreboard. Agalavatta for Trinity. Manages to score the try. Dular Agalavatta. Incredible feeling for a hooker when you've done the hard yards, hit the man in the line out, and when it comes at the back with forward momentum, you know your name is going to appear on the scorecard, Ryan.
Yeah, he was smiling through and through, Sudarshana. He knew he was going to get that try. Brilliant stuff by Trinity. Good maul, good effort. Trinity slowly but surely getting in their paces now.
Sumangala have now been restored to their original number. So a costly 10 minutes for Sumangala, where they conceded 14 points, as Durambatta manages to convert that as well. Tamidu Durambatta with the conversion, as Trinity slowly but surely start to tighten the screws. It's imperative that Sumangala, take a look at this, have an eye on the ball carrier. He knows at this point that he's going to score that try.
He sees that white line and all he wanted to do was get over it. Great try for Agalavatta. Sumangala with the restart. Good high hanging kick. Manages to get past the first defender.
Good work by the Trinity forwards in the kickoff, especially. They have been secure. Durambatta with the boot, and that's a very good kick as Sri Soma gives chase. Incredible kick by Durambatta, and this is what you need from your fly-off. The forwards will be very happy.
Brilliant, Sudarshan. That was an exact repeat of their first kickoff. I think they were told to go for touch and find those find spaces where there's no man there.
Oh, absolutely, because especially given the fact that Sumangala have struggled with their lineouts, it's always good to put your opposition under pressure at their least favorite trait, and Trinitians have done a very decent job in distracting the lineout combinations of Sumangala. That time I saw a slight dummy there, but Sumangala luckily getting away, but Trinity still putting pressure inside the 22, but referee playing advantage. Seems like there was an infringement in that breakdown. Well, he deems no advantage. Yes, not supporting your body weight, falling over the ball, says the referee. Coming to you live from the Pallekele Stadium, and we've got 2 more matches lined up for you on the 26th. Trinity College will take on Dharmaraj College here at the Pallekele, and then we'll get on the bus to travel to warm and humid Colombo, where they will play in Ratmalana against their traditional rivals, brother school, St. Thomas's College, who will want to make sure that they get their hands on the Canon Deserum trophy. It has been with Trinity for over 3 years now, as Trinity look to go charging up. Little bit of a mishap there, but managing to collect it was the halfback Kandawatta. Now Dorangwatta makes the ball available. Here's Harsha Samarasinghe, has been largely silent throughout this game. Shows a little bit of brilliance, but Sumangala managing to hold on and bundle the Trinity forward Edama into touch, who's trying to Agalavatta rather into touch. Line out in favor of Sumangala inside the red zone. I Love Trinity Concept Store, coverage partner for Trinity Tour with the Papare.com. You can visit www.ilovetrinity.lk to purchase all the merchandise that you need with the Trinity branding. As an overthrow is poached by Trinity College at the back, and here's a golden opportunity as Vikramasinghe takes the ball for Karunaratne rather takes the ball forward and will go right underneath the post. Second try for Tevin Karunaratne, number 12 for Trinity. There was a great running line by the centre, getting his name on the scoreboard.
Indeed, Sudarshan, a brilliant play there by Tevin. Stepped the first man, looked to offload, but he knew that he was going to be let go and then went straight away over the whitewash.
Sumangala need to try and regroup as soon as possible. They need to try and make sure that they keep themselves in the game. Yes, Trinity has managed to increase the lead to 29 points to 14 with the conversion to come, but they need to make sure that they still keep themselves in the game, because remember, there's plenty time more to go and plenty time for an upset, as Dorangwatta adds the extras, 31 points to 14. Let's try and take another look at what happened. Dorangwatta getting the conversion was Karunaratne's second try.
Here we go. Breaks the first man, looks out for that offload, shoves the second defender, goes under the sticks. Brilliant try from Tevin. Trinity slowly but surely regaining composure, getting themselves in the game.
Sumangala need to try and show some urgency now if they want a say in this game. Nobody wants the ball as it's left bouncing, but Sumangala coming away with it finally. Wasn't a great pass, but knocked back, says the referee, so available for Sumangala.
Brilliant chop tackle there by Trinity.
Yet again, it was Karunaratne with a brilliant defensive effort, but that's a great kick, putting the Trinity fullback under pressure, who replies with a kick of his own. Here's Arfat, has numbers on the outside. Here's the try scoring number 8, straightening things up. Plenty of numbers committing to that ball for Sumangala. Looking for options. Have options on the outside. This is very good from Sumangala. They're looking to avoid contact and to make... Oh, Very unfortunate. Looked at offloading in front, missed out on an opportunity. As Trinity hold on to the ball, but it's not looking too good for Pyomika Teshan for Sumangala College, and those scrams are definitely going to pop up. You're playing a competitive game of rugby with so much at stake after a long time, and all the unfavorable acids will put you under pressure.
Oh, no doubt, Sudarshana. Boys must be really feeling it. So many days of not pushing their body to this limit, and then now these boys are emptying their gas tanks and really feeling it. But the conditions are perfect, Sudarshana. The sun is setting on the stadium.
You got to love it here. I know both of us will sound a little biased, but it's an incredible facility here at Pallekele. Beautiful stadium. Soon after 5 o'clock, 5:30, there is a nice shade here. It's not sunny at Pallekele. This is the time you ready for the final bit of your practice and look forward to that post-practice meal, getting ready on the stands, Ryan.
Oh yes, Sudarshana, great memories indeed. Trinity with the put into the scrum.
And to warm greetings to all of you who are joining us from around the world watching these games. Thank you for joining up with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, who are committed to bringing you. And he's the leader of Sri Lankan rugby broadcasting, as Trinity put the ball to boot. Samarasinghe hasn't been himself today. He's struggled throughout. He's a player capable of really turning on the magic when he decides to. Scored a brilliant try against Royal in the Bradby. Here's Sumangala. Probably their least favorite trait throughout today's game, Ryan, in the line out. Trinitians have really troubled them in the line out. Tantirige going up, but Sumangala managing to get away with it, but referee deems that the throw was not straight. And Trinity will be quite happy to take things a little easy now, Ryan.
Oh, indeed, Sudarshana. They'll want to get more points on the board, but I think now they're easing into the process of getting things going.
Now it'll be very interesting to see what the Trinity backs will want to do from here on. Savin Premaratna to put in the #9 for Trinity. Here's Tantirige. Takes the ball into contact, pops it out for Premaratna. Dodang Vatta off to Samarasinghe. Samarasinghe, long cut-out pass was unnecessary. He had Vikramasinghe there. Samarasinghe's decision making.
Trinity had the numerical advantage there, but unfortunately that missed pass was just unnecessary at that moment. Could have gone hand to hand. Sumangala with yet another line out. This line out has really been Sumangala's kryptonite, Sudarshana.
Absolutely, isn't it, Ryan? And the moment when you are present at position, if you are hesitant, that means that's going to put you in a lot of trouble. And this time, though, it falls in the side of Sumangalians. Trinity seems to have knocked that ball forward, so Sumangala will play with a knock forward advantage. Looking to run inside their own 50. Here's Arfat, the danger man, puts the ball to boot. And is committed in chasing that as well, as the new man for Trinity, Rahman Khalil, escorts that ball out. Like we discussed, Trinity now easing into their routine, slowing things down. There is no rush for them. They have a healthy lead in their favour, but take nothing away from how Sumangala did play the early exchanges, and I don't think we'll be wrong in saying that they were the dominant team in the first half.
Oh, indeed. Indeed, they were. Trinity was on the back foot for the first 30 minutes of the game. Sumangala, great effort. They've weathered out the storm in the first half, but Trinity is really shifting the tide in the second, Sudarshana.
Absolutely, and here's the Trinity forwards wanting to gain some yards, put themselves to work. Now, finally giving it outwards, Dharmapala to Tantirige, who hits in the middle.
Numbers out wide for Trinity.
That's going to be a penalty. You need to take your hands out when a ruck is formed. And Sumangalians are now playing into the hands of the Trinitians as Dodangwat put the ball to boot, and the hosts will be quite happy to take a couple more minutes here at this line out as well, Ryan.
Oh, indeed, Sudarshana. Alawattagama with the throw in. As you see,
Changes
a couple of
coming
players
in.
down in back play.
Changes coming in for Trinity. Seshan Zakir will replace Alawattagama. The young Atab Mansil come in place of Shavin Premaratna. Incredible opportunity for these young lads as well. I'm sure some of them are wearing their debut jersey for Trinity, so it'll be a memorable moment for them. Seshan Zakir walks in straight away to deliver a line out. Here's Zakir. Opts to go to number 4. Decent throw by him, and here's the big man, Kavi Samarasekara. Charges on to the 22 meters. Bounced on that floor. Here's Dharmapala. Strong carry by Dharmapala as well. Ball out in the open. New man in Kovida Vikramasinghe. Vikramasinghe had me there for a second with his first name, which is Kovida. I'm sure he would have gotten the stick by his team and classmates for that first name this year and last year. Sumangalians guilty of being offside as Trinity look to try and take control of this game and really put this one to sleep.
It's
Well,
really
interestingly, they are Dorangwata opts to go to 3 points. I think I thought, of course, another scrum would have been an interesting option.
I think that rolling maul for Trinity has been quite the weapon, and I think they want to use it once more, Sudarshana.
Oh, well, then Sheshan Zakir must be licking his fingers now. Fair enough, he's in a hurry to get this one over with. The hooker who has just come in, will he be able to try and score within minutes of coming in? We'll have to wait and see. Ball goes to number 6. That's a good throw. Setting things up. Zakir digs for that ball. He's not going to get that one. He's not going to get that one. Well, we'll try to spot the number for you. Well, seems like that was Mohammad Sabit, another player who did come into the game a short while earlier as Trinity scored their 5th try. Dodangwata now with a chance to increase the score to 38 points. Well, Ryan, this was expected of Trinity to try and tighten the screws. in the latter part of the second half. But I think Sumangalians are really paying the price for their line-out boost, as we discussed over and over again, because what they did in the first half was to unsettle Trinity in the breakdowns, and that's really going to take a toll on your forwards. So you need to make sure whenever you get a restart, which is something that you practice over and over and over again. Here's the try scorer. And yes, by the looks of it, I think it's Mohammed Sabit who touched down. And coming back to what we were discussing, Sumangalians, I think we'll want to try and work out on the restarts, because those are simple skills that you work at the training ground over and over again. Trinity are now very ambitious as they look to run from their own 22. That cushion that they have has really given them a lot of confidence. Here's the ball available now.
Big prop forward charging through.
Kavi Samarsekar has a liking for those very impressive runs.
Trinity choosing to shift it wide.
Samarasinghe brought down by his opposite number. Long cutout pass by Mansil. Mansil, a young scrum half for Trinity, has been quite impressive from the time he's made the field.
He's been sending quick ball, which has been important for Trinity.
Here's Minidu Jayasundara cutting back inside, wanted to look for support. Mansil out to Karnanayaka. Karnanayaka to the big man Samath, who's brought down by the Sumangala defense.
Sumangala still keeping up the pressure with that amazing defense.
Straightening things up for Trinity. That time was their second row.
Trinity with numbers out wide. Referee says penalty for Trinity.
And now fatigue coming in to the Sumangala lads.
Quick tap taken from the scrum half. Numbers out wide.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant by Tevin Karnanayaka. It was his hat-trick to take if he wanted to. But he's generous and passes off to Harsh Samarasinghe, who touches down. Incredible work by Karnanayaka.
Great stuff, Sudarshana. Harsha Samarasinghe with the try there.
Trinity now with 7 tries. Only 3 converted for them so far. So the Rangmatta will want to try and convert this one. Here's what happened. Quickly taken by Trinity. Take a look at this. Beat the man. He could have gone in and scored that one any day of the week. Ryan, that was easy as you like it, but decides to give it out to his teammate.
Wonderful stuff there, Sudarshana. These Trinity boys are really getting into their stride now. Really putting the pressure on Sumangala.
After a little delay, here's an opportunity for Dorangwata to get his 4th conversion. Dorangwata has been quite decent today, hasn't he, Ryan? Especially with his distribution, despite his kicks not being ideal.
Just off the upright, unfortunate there.
Yes, so the scores will remain at an anagram, basically, 41 to 14. Trinity really putting the screws in this latter part of the game. 10 minutes to go on our clock, despite us losing a lot of light here rapidly here at Pallekele, which is a feature whenever you play rugby here. Ryan, you were lucky enough to play a rugby here at the Pallekele. It's an incredible feeling, isn't it, coming down from that tunnel, coming out to that much a crowd here at Pallekele.
The atmosphere and energy is indescribable, Sudarshana. It's just another level. Even in professional club rugby, I haven't experienced that kind of environment. So,
absolutely, because the spectators are so very close here at Pallekele. You feel them, you hear them, and the action is very close for the spectators as well. You can hear the thuds, all the big tackles. Here's Trinity trying to accelerate things, takes it quickly, but Dorangmata forgot the fact that that's going to be a scrum in favor of them, and not a quick take.
a bit too eager, the lad, but good intentions. Trinity with a great attacking opportunity here.
We're stoked to be able to bring you this live action here from Pallekele, bringing you Schools Rugby in the month of January. And we really do hope that this is a stepping stone for many, many greater things to come, as Karuna Naika takes the ball forward. Here's
ball out to the
Dharmapala.
forwards.
Big second row has been incredible for Trinity. Good tackle coming in from Sumangala, trying to create something from their own 22 meters. Good tackle coming in from Zakir.
It's been a very physical affair, hasn't it, Sudarshana? Both teams really putting their bodies on the line. There seemed to be a slight knock on there that the referee might not have picked up.
Well, getting out of jail. That's a very, very good kick from Sumangala. Comes almost to the halfway mark. 41 points to 14. Ryan, I don't know whether you're a betting man, but would you put down your money for Trinity to reach that half-ton mark?
I would definitely say so, Sudarshana. I think they've been showing some great momentum, and I think they can pile on more points on the board, whereas Sumangala, I think they've weathered the storm and they gave it their all, but right now I think they're on that back foot.
Yes, Sumangala haven't been able to hold on to possession as much as they would have liked. Shazan Zakir with the throw-in. Goes to the back end. Here's the big man, Mohammad Shabit, taking the ball in for Trinity. Dorangwata with the wraparound. Good offloading by the Trinity backs.
That seemed to have been a forward pass, Sudarshana.
Yes, the mistakes are going to creep in this dying stages of the game.
Sumangala with a... we're taking play back for a scrum to Sumangala. Yes, that's right. Sumangala has to put in for the scrum.
Yes, it did look like the final pass did travel forward. As I think it's time for us to try and pick a player of the game. Ryan, we've had some incredible performances from both sides. Arfat Mohammed for Sumangala College has been, Mohammed Arfat rather, the fullback for Sumangala College has been instrumental in them getting to that fighting 14 points in the first half. And also the centre, Isuru Chanaka, the number 12 for Sumangala, was also incredible. And their halfback skipper, Manusha Kavinda, was also one of those players who did put their hand up. And from Trinity, Dodangwatta was very good. And in their forwards, Dharmapala, the number 5, was present across the field as well. And then you have the option of Karna Naika, who's been instrumental in scoring through and creating a couple more. I think it's your first time, first gig here with us at the Papare.com. I give you the honor of picking the player of the match.
Where my decision is with the Trinity number 12, Tevin. He's been influential in both attack and defense. Great attacking. He spotted out the space, given those offloads. There he is, the man of the match. Wonderful performance by the lad.
Well, making his twin brother proud, Tehan Karnanaika, who's the skipper of Trinity College, not taking part in today's encounter, with Tatidas Tantrige standing in as the skipper. Not ideal for Sumangala. Things going from bad to worse. And incredibly, Ryan, on the screens, most of the viewers will not notice how dark it is, because with the technology that we have with cameras coming in, it looks much brighter than it actually is, Ryan. Although here at Pallekele it's quite dark.
True that, Sudarshana, but over the mountains the clouds look amazing. They're bright pink. I don't know if our cameras can capture that, but it is beautiful.
Yes, Trinity with another chance. In attacking position, goes to the short side. Dodangwatta decides to cut back inside and go himself. Hardy defense coming in from Sumangala, but Trinitians making the ball available. Tucking it in is Adema. Here's Mansil to Dodangwatta. Here's Zakir into the 5 meters. Dodangwatta to be number 20, Mohammed Sabit. And Trinity are penalized for holding on to the ball. Sabit the culprit this time. And a chance for Sumangala to get out of jail and make Ryan lose money. Well, that's a very decent touch for Sumangala. But the only problem is, like Ryan turned earlier, lineouts have been their kryptonite.
Oh, yes, Sudarshana. It'll be interesting to see. This will probably be the last line of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, most probably, because 70 minutes are up on our clock. We'll have to wait and see what referee's clock reads, as Sumangalians ready themselves for another dreaded line out. Yet again, the jumpers and the thrower are not coordinated. They are under the pump. Here's Mohammed Arfat yet again coming to the rescue and putting the ball to boot. Trinity looking to counter at pace. Big no argue, massive no argue, and he still keeps going. Abdul Rahman Khalil. Here's Mansil trying to snipe through, as all good scrum halves do.
Trinity with numbers outside.
Up to keep the ball on the same side. Here's Amarasekara. Incredible runner. Kavish Amarasekara has been impressive since the time he came on. Now Trinity with plenty of space on the outside, and Dodangwatta put the ball to boot. I think it was slightly overcooked, but
what a beautiful take. What a beautiful kick.
Minitu Jayasundara will score, I believe, which could be the last, but the pick of the tries. Ryan, absolutely brilliant vision by Dorangwata. Initially thought he maybe had put a little too much onto it, but Jayasundara, the number 14 for Trinity, touching down for his first try.
Brilliant, 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 Sudarshana. Closing it off perfectly. The number 10 had the vision. He saw that no one was in back play, and dropped that beautiful kick, and the collection by the number 14. Beautiful.
Yes, Dorangwata with an opportunity to try and bring Trinity just 2 points shy of that 50-point mark. Dorangwata with the conversion. Oh, had the distance, but misses out on the right upright as the referee sounds the long whistle, and dominant victory for Trinity, 46 points to 14, scoring 8 tries, and they really did come up trumps in the second half, Ryan, but first half, and kudos to Sumangala for the fight that they put in. They were incredible, and this team, if they are harnessed and if they are given the right support and protection, are going to be a real giant killer in the years to come.
Oh, indeed, Sudarshana, they are a force to be reckoned with. They really silenced Trinity in that first half, but Trinity stayed firm, came out blazing in the second. Great effort from both teams. Such an amazing battle, Sudarshana, to witness after so long. What a beautiful game of 15s rugby.
Oh, absolutely, Ryan, and to be treated to such high quality rugby after a lapse of almost 2 years. We hadn't seen any 15s rugby action here in Sri Lanka. But here's the full-time confirmation. Trinity 46 points to Sumangala's 14. And the second half belonged to Trinity College as they managed to really put the foot to the pedal.
There we go, that beautiful offload. Edema with that try.
Jayasundara had the good sense to cut back inside and look for support. Dorangwata making no mistake with the conversion. And
this was Alwatagama's try. He saw that white line and went straight for it.
That was sat on top by his second rower, and this was a brilliant conversion by Dorangwata. And then Kannanayaka,
the man of the match, proving why he deserved that.
Touchdown for a brace. Brilliant stuff by him. Again, Jayasundara did not make any mistakes. And this was Trinity's penultimate try.
Dhanapala there that time. And this was a quick tap taken from that number 9. Unselfishly gives it out.
And an incredible scene here. This is what it's all about, isn't it? The two teams walking in arm in arm. Sumangalians and the Trinitians bowing the parents and the well-wishers together. And this is why rugby is a beautiful game.
Indeed, Sudarshan, the beauty of sport. The camaraderie, the brotherhood, the love shared.
You may be wanting to kill each other for 70 long minutes, but soon as that long whistle goes, you're going to be my mate. Key stats of the game: Trinity scoring 8 tries, converting 3, managing to get on to 46 points, whereas Sumangala had 2 tries converted in the first half. They had the lead going into the half time, 10 points to 14, but failed to capitalize on that. Tevin Kannanayaka, the man of the match, the player of the match from Trinity College, and it's been an incredible experience for us to bring this live action to you from Pallekele. The first game of 3 games Trinity will be playing this year to try and give opportunity to their class of 2021. It's like I said, it's been an incredible opportunity for all of us here at the Papare.com technical and the production crew to bring you these live pictures. I'm Sudarshan Priyeri signing off alongside Ryan Veerakon for the Papare.com from the Pallekele Rugby Stadium.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.